Hello, my name is Shannon. I also go by Shay, and today we are going to be, which is the same day I've done a lot of these videos in a row, talking about Saturn in Libra. Now, there are going to be a lot of planetary changes. If you followed this series, this is a binge series I'm making over the next 20 something years in astrology. This series is going to go on for quite a bit longer. I am going to extend this particular series because it is Saturn. It is. This is a whole other kind of gear changing time that we're going into. I'm gonna just kind of hop right into this. Saturn in Libra, for those of you who are just finding this, Saturn is father time, wisdom, and reliability, being able to manage things. Libra is the scales of justice, so I definitely see a lot more legal stuff happening during this time. It's almost like the long game has started, but the wheels and the wheels and the machine are running very differently now. Very, very differently now, but now we're in the long game. We're in a legal long game. And this is like the initiation of it because Neptune is going to be going into Taurus and Uranus is in Leo. Pluto is still going to be in Aquarius. So everything has shifted. Like it's going to start from 2039 and go into 2041, and then it's going to come back for like a day of a kiss in 2042. And then it's going to be out of that sign. I do believe that this is a good alignment and set of alignments, but it's also challenging. It's the start of kind of the long war, the long game, and I don't mean war as in I think we're going to be fighting I think we're going to be fighting mentally, because Libra is an air sign. Libra is mental. Libra is the court system and criminal justice stuff. It's really about institutions, and I think because a lot of the big corporate stuff, I'm not gonna say rise up against them, but things are really gonna change. It's gonna be like they're slowly falling, and I've spoken a little bit about this in some previous videos, but as they fall, they're gonna throw everything that they can. And it's gonna be really interesting how all of that plays out, because us as a society, it's like I'm not going to say that we're very together on this, because I think Neptune and Taurus is a lot of sickness in the home and it's going to be kind of kept down. I think it's got a lot more to do with elderly homes becoming. I think that there's going to be a crazy boom during that time, and it's going to be hush and corrupt, and there's like a whole thing going on in the medical system. If it's still for profit, in nursing homes specifically, and mental hospitals to an extent, I'm hoping jails and prisons will be replaced with hospitals and mental hospitals in this time period. But if they're not, if those things haven't been cleaned out, it's gonna be problematic. And I especially see the older population and it just being kind of a mess. With Saturn and Libra, it's gonna be for at least a couple of years, a lot of court stuff, and a lot of, even if it's international courts, I think something is really major going to be coming up with that. That's going to be like a massive story. And with Uranus in Leo, like it's popping off. Like it's going to happen fast. It's fire. It's like, you want it? It's because Uranus is electric and Leo is like, come at me, you know? So I think that this is going to be a really cool time period. I foresee a lot of legal logistics and like this last hurrah hoop hopping from big companies that are like gonna do a dance. But I really think by this point as a humanity, if we haven't gotten greed out of our system, and the way that things have been going, the generations coming up are gonna be quite a deal more bitter, because children born during this time are later on going to be kind of angrier people. They're going to be more aggressive people because they kind of would have had to have been. It doesn't have to be that way, though, or at least I'm hoping that it's not going to be that way. But Saturn in Libra is like a lot of negotiation and interrogation, and I really see that playing out in a major way when it comes to personal life. Saturn in Libra, obviously, this type of it's gone, and the type of people that this is helping now has definitely shifted. So if you've got Earth in Taurus, you're gonna have to teach. How do I? If you have signs or planets in Taurus, is what I meant to say, you're this isn't even like a place for you to teach. It's just a place for you to take stock, because of all the other alignments. You may not want to be as aggressive. You may want to kind of be standoffish. Let God aid you during that time, for sure, because I think you're going to need it, Tauruses. If you have placements around where Neptune is at those degrees during that time, I think you should really take stock and take a moment before you get aggressive. When it comes to Aquariuses and the air signs, I think you're still going to be kind of light-footed. I think this is kind of a time for you now where you can be a little more light-footed, a little more sure of yourself. You can kind of move a little bit better in society. And when it comes to Leos and other fire signs, I think just so long as you're creative and you're pumped and you're excited about whatever it is that's going on in your life, yes, at some point you are going to have the opposition between Uranus and Neptune, but it's not during this time. So you still have the moment to have a good groove. Now, Uranus and Neptune are going to be at odds. So that is going to be, are you creating your new belief system, or is your new belief system creating you? So that's my general prediction. Again, that's from 2039 to 2041, and then a stint in the kiss in 2042 is people that end their relationships. That's going to be like the day that it's a bittersweet goodbye. And if a romantic relationship ends, for a lot of people, that's gonna really affect them, really deeply affect them. But you would need that, whatever the case is, you would need that. If you would like a reading with me free for 10 minutes, hit me up. And if you want psychomancy, graphology, numerology, I do a lot of different readings. And if you just want to help out, I'm trying to pay for a wedding. It's not going to be a super expensive wedding because I can't afford it. That's why I'm asking for help. And if you like these videos, press all the buttons. I'm making this series for me, for the future, so that way I don't have to keep it all in my head anymore. I'm so tired of carrying all of this around all the time. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. And we have good things to look forward to, but nothing that is worth coming. No pain, no gain. It's worth it for the wait, but it is going to be, you have to face the challenges in order to receive the rewards. So, I love you guys. Peace out, fam. See you soon.